chapter 6. How are you all? Good. Welcome once again to Best Montessori Distance Learning e-portal and welcome to your English class. So do you remember what we had done in the last English class? Yes, we had started the chapter Homesickness. So do you remember the story? Okay, just a revision of the story. What we had done is that there was a boy whose mother has admitted him to the hostel, and he was feeling homesick. He was remembering his parents, brother, sister, and he wanted to go back home. But he knew that if he will ask the matron will not allow him to go home like this. So he decided to play a trick. Which trick? He just acted that he was suffering from appendicitis. And why he selected appendicitis? Because he had seen his sister suffering from this, so he knew all that what happens in appendicitis, how there is pain in the stomach, and how mm, he knew all the symptoms of appendicitis because he had seen his sister suffering from this. So he decided to play the trick of having appendicitis in his stomach. So he was able to do this acting and convince matron that he was suffering from appendicitis. So matron thought that he is having appendicitis in his stomach, and so she went to call the doctor. So last time we had done the story till here. Now after that, let us begin the story now. Within an hour the doctor arrived, and he went through the same prodding and poking, and I did my yelping at what I thought were the proper times. Then he put a thermometer in my mouth. So when matron had gone to call the doctor, so within an hour the doctor arrived and he started doing the checkup of the boy. Prodding and poking means he started doing the checkup of the boy, the checkup of the stomach of the boy, and the boy did the same acting like when the doctor just touched his stomach, he yelped, he shouted as if he was having lot of pain in the stomach. Then the doctor put a thermometer in his mouth. He said, it reads normal. Let me feel your stomach once more. So actually the boy was not having appendicitis. He was just making the excuse. So when he put a thermometer in his mouth, the thermometer was reading normal. There was no fever. So doctor said, let me feel your stomach once again. So he started doing the checkup of the stomach of the boy again. Ouch! I screamed when he touched the vital spot. What was the vital spot? The right part of the stomach, lower abdomen. So when the doctor touched the right part of the lower abdomen, the boy shouted, ouch, like if he was having a lot of pain. The doctor went away with the matron. The matron returned half an hour later and said, so doctor and matron, after doing the checkup of the boy, the doctor and matron went outside. The matron returned after half an hour, and what she said, the headmaster has telephoned your mother and she's coming to fetch you this afternoon. So this was the news that the boy wanted to hear. Yes or no? This for this news only he was making all the excuses. He was playing the tricks with matron. So matron said that the headmaster means the principal has telephoned your mother that you are not feeling well, and that is why she is coming to fetch you. She is coming to pick you up this afternoon. I didn't answer. I just lay there trying to look very ill, but my heart was singing out with all sorts of wonderful songs of praise and joy. So the boy did not give any answer to matron and pretended like as if he was very ill. But inside his heart he was feeling very happy because this thing only he wanted. He wanted to go back home and his mother was coming to pick him up. I was taken home across the Bristol Channel on the paddle steamer, and I felt so wonderful at being away from that dreaded school building that I very nearly forgot I was meant to be ill. So when his mother came to pick him up, they both were going to back to the home, and the boy was feeling very wonderful. He was feeling so wonderful that he forgot that he pretended to be ill. That afternoon, I had a session with Dr. Dunbar at his surgery in Cathedral Road, Cardiff, and I tried the same tricks all over again. So, now since his mother was told that he is not feeling well, so his mother took him to the doctor again. But this time, who was the doctor? Dr. Dunbar, and he was his family doctor. So when his mother took the boy to Dr. Dunbar, the boy tried the same tricks, all the tricks again. Which tricks? That when the doctor touched his stomach, he cried, he shouted like he's having lot of pain in his stomach, and all those tricks. So he tried the same tricks with Dr. Dunbar also. But Dr. Dunbar was far wiser and more skillful than either the matron or the school doctor. But Dr. Dunbar was very much wiser than the school doctor. After he had prodded my stomach and I had done my yelping routine, he said to me, "Now you can get dressed again and seat yourself on that chair." So he did the checkup of his stomach, and the boy also shouted at the same point when the doctor touched the right side of the lower abdomen. The boy shouted also, and all these, after doing all these things, the doctor said, now, the doctor said to the boy that you can dress up again and come back to the cabin and sit on my chair. He himself sat down behind his desk and fixed me with a penetrating but not unkindly eye. Means, doctor knew that the boy was pretending. There was nothing like appendicitis in his stomach. So, with a penetrating but not unkindly eye. Penetrating means he was able to see what is happening inside the boy. So, you are faking, aren't you? He said. You are faking, aren't you? You are faking means you are pretending, aren't you? He said. How do you know? I blurted out. The boy said, how do you know? How the doctor came to know? Because your stomach is soft and perfectly normal. So, what answer did doctor give? That your stomach is soft and it is perfectly normal. He answered, if you had an inflammation down there, the stomach would have been hard and rigid. If you had been, if there is any inflammation in the stomach or there is any appendicitis in the stomach, then it will be hard and rigid. But your stomach is quite soft and normal, so it means you are not having any problem in the stomach. I kept silent, the boy said. I kept silent because he knew that he is pretending there is nothing like that, so he kept silent. I expect you are homesick, he said. So, who said this? Doctor. The doctor came to know that the boy was making excuses, and why he was making excuses? Because he wanted to come back home. He was feeling homesick. I nodded miserably. Nodded means shaking your head. I nodded miserably. Everyone is at first, he said. Doctor said that everyone who goes out from his house for further study, he feels homesick. You have to stick it out and don't blame your mother for sending you away to boarding school. You have to stick it out means if your mother is sending to hostel for the studying, then it means she is thinking something better about you. So you should not blame your mother and you should try to adjust in the atmosphere of the hostel. Though you may feel homesick in the beginning, but as the time passes by, you will be feeling good in the hostel and you will try to adjust in the atmosphere of the hostel. She insisted, she insisted you were too young to go, but it was I who persuaded her that it was the right thing to do. So the doctor is telling the boy that his mother told that the boy is too young to be sent to the hostel. We should wait for 2-3 years more. But doctor said to the mother that no, it is the right time then at which this boy should be sent to hostel. Life is tough and the sooner you learn how to cope with it, the better for you. What will you tell the school? I asked him trembling. Now the boy came to know that the doctor has come to know about the truth. So the boy asked the doctor, what will you tell to the school? I'll say you had a very severe infection of the stomach which I am curing with pills. He answered, smiling. It will mean that you must stay home for 3 more days, but promise me you won't try anything like this. So, what did the doctor say? The doctor said that I will tell the school that you were having a severe infection in the stomach and you are being medicated for that. So, you have to take 3 days rest at home. So, the doctor told the boy that you can remain at the home for 3 more days, but after 3 days, when you will go back to the hostel, you promise me that you will not do anything like this again. Means you will not make excuses like this again and come back to home. Your mother has enough on her hands without having to rush over to fetch you out of the school. Means your mother cannot come to school again and again to bring you back home, to fetch you back home. I promise, I said, I'll never do it again. So the boy promised the doctor that I will not make such type of excuses or in the school to come back home. So he was happy that he will be in the home for 3 days, and in this way the story comes to an end. I hope you must have understood the story and you must have liked the story. So, the main theme of the story is that if your parents are doing something for you, if they are sending you out from the home in the hostel for study, then it means they are thinking something good about you. Whatever the parents are doing for you, it is for the good of you. So, you should try to do those things which your parents want you to do. And if they are sending you in hostel for further studies, then you must try to adjust in every type of environment, because it will help you a lot in struggles of your life. When you will grow up, you will have lot of struggles in your life. So if you will try to cope up in every type of environment in your life, then only you can adjust with all the struggles also in your life. Okay, now let us see the exercise. This exercise you will do in your copy. I will be giving you this PDF file, and this exercise you will do in the copy. Okay, see the exercise now. The boy thought of pretending to be ill because, you know very well, because he was feeling homesick and he wanted to come back home for few days. The matron thought that the boy got a stomach ache because the boy was shouting like if as if he was having a lot of pain in the stomach. What did the school doctor do when he saw the patient? Arrange these statements in the correct order. Now, 4 statements are given. You have to arrange these statements in the correct order. Like, what did first of all doctor do? He examined the boy's stomach once more? No. The doctor was convinced that the boy was sick enough to be sent back home? No. The school doctor went through the same prodding and poking as the matron. So, first sequence was this. First thing done by the doctor was this C part, then D part. Like this, you have to arrange the sequence, whatever you have studied in the story. Dr. Dunbar found out that the boy was absolutely healthy. Take the correct reason. How he found out? A or B? Of course, it was A. The boy's stomach was soft. Very good. Then, Dr. Dunbar was far wiser than the school doctor because, yes, this you will do yourself. Please read the story and then. What advice did Dr. Dunbar give the boy? Try to do yourself. What advice did Dr. Dunbar give the boy? That his mother has got lot of other things to do. His mother cannot come to school again and again to fetch him home back, so he should be mature enough and he should not make excuses in the school to come back home. So write the answer in your own words. I'm just giving you an idea of the answer. You have to write the answer in your own words. Now read the following sentence and answer the questions that follow. You will probably think it's silly that a 9-year-old boy should imagine he would get away with a trick like that, but I had sound reasons for trying it on. Now, what are the questions? What does the pronoun you refer to? So, you have to now think. Read these 3 lines, and you have to think, what does the pronoun you refer to? You will probably think it's silly. Who is a 9-year-old boy? What trick was he trying on the matron? And what were his sound reasons? Yes. So these 4 answers now you will do yourself. If any problem, you are most welcome to ask. I have given you the idea of all the answers. Now this up to question number 7, this is your homework. That up to question number 7, these question answers you will do in your English copy. Okay. I hope you must have understood your homework also now. So please do it in your English copy in a proper manner and in neat and clean handwriting and submit it on time. Till then, by year 6, stay safe at home and thank you once again for learning on Best Montessori Distance Learning ePortal. See you in next English class. Till then, bye.